Love, it has been good to me this time around. Things were ever bound to change when it was found. Sugar never tasted sweeter on my lips. My heart is now intact and I can find
Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Xandermonium, the talk show that gets you talking. I'm Xander Gibb, and on today's show, Xander Soapbox, we bid a final farewell to Jeff and the London Calling crew. I talked to Susan Shaner from Sage Lead, and hit of the week. More to come in a mere moment. Oh yes, sirree. So you can interact with me via social media. You can tweet me at Xander Gibb, XanderGibb. Make sure you follow and keep up to date with what's going on with the show and a plethora of mind-numbing information. And now it's time for Xander's Soapbox. So, as you can imagine, I am elated that Donald Trump won the election and is now residing in the White House. Months in the job, he is ruffling feathers and trimming the fat, not mine of course, in order to make America great again. So many out there seem to have issues with Donald being our POTUS and even want him to fail. America, I'm here to tell you that if you want the president to fail, it also means you want America to fail too, because the failure of the POTUS is the failure of America. So George Soros has many front-line politicians on his payroll, and you better believe that he is furious that Hillary lost, given that it interferes with his plans for globalization. Don't just take my word for America. Oh no, siree. A number of senior politicians have not only reported large donations from Soros to their campaigns, but have even been pictured with him. And it doesn't end there. Soros even paid for the Berkeley riots because, yes, let's face it, he wanted to get rid of Milo too. You see, the ideology is that President Trump will look weak because of the so-called protests, but it's not worked. Allegations that Trump aligns with Russia and other such ridiculous rumors, all unproven, have surfaced. Now, some who are a little less savvy than you and I have been willing to believe this BS. Hollywood even got in on the bandwagon with Meryl Streep, aka Meryl Sheep, attacking the president's character at an award ceremony. Rosie O'Donnell sits in her ivory tower criticizing the president and encouraging others to do the same. Deborah Messing is also anti, but what these people forget is that their audience is made up of both Democrats and Republicans, some of whom will vote with their feet and not wish to watch them on TV any longer. Think on, Hollywood, and consider the commercial implications of your actions and commentary. Oh yes, this is even before we get to social media. Twitter is handing out fake 12-hour bans for anyone who dares to have an opinion about the Democrats. But the world and his wife can deem the president and his family bad and talk about them 24/7. But no, they're not allowed to defend themselves. Now you can open a group on Facebook requesting the killing of cops, Jews, gays, the president, etc. But if you dare say anything about Democrats, you'll find yourself banned. Now I am not advocating the killing or harming of anyone, but please, social media, don't dare try to tell us those that pay get to control social media. That's not what social media is about. America will not heal and grow and be made great again by buying into further division, and the likes of Soros and co. feel that it will enable globalism to come to the fore. They are mistaken! America right now needs to cut through the BS and stop the petty fighting in life and get on with the business at hand. We deserve better, and so does America. That's it for Soapbox. If you'd like to get on your soapbox, send your videos of no longer than 5 minutes on any subject with no profanity via xandergibb.com/contact. That's xandergibb.com/contact. And now it's time for a look back on London Calling. Now, for the past few series, we've been lucky enough to have the impetus of the fabulous Jeff, Kristian and co. from the London Calling segment. Now, Jeff takes a look back at the talent we've shared with you over the past couple of years. Let's check it out.
Camera rolling and action.
That was London Calling. I'd like to thank Jeff, Kristian, Salim Kapsaski, Jason Prince, Susie Chameleon, and everyone who's made this segment possible. London Calling is produced in association with Mr. Binks Media. Make sure you go and check them out. They are available to live stream. Oh yes, sirree. And now it's time for Chit Chat. We sent our roving reporter, Zanny G, to talk to the fabulous Susan Sheena from Sage Lead. Let's check it out. Roll the tape, Claude. No, I said roll the tape. Can't get the staff. Thank you, Xander. I'm here today with Susan Sheena, founder and principal of Sage Leadership Strategies. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. So what does that mean exactly? You're the founder and principal of an organization called Sage Lead. What do you do?
So Sage Leadership Strategies refers to SAGE, meaning I help my clients find SAGE, the wisdom within themselves.
Right.
I work with leaders and professionals on helping them accomplish their goals. So I offer coaching and consulting services.
Right.
So strategies are different tools, tactics, approaches that they can use and implement to accomplish their goals, basically.
So do you work mostly with individuals or organization or a mixture?
Mostly with organizations, but occasionally I do work with individuals. So, for example, an organization might hire me to do executive coaching with an individual.
Right.
But the organization would foot the bill.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like a developmental ideology to development an individual within an organization?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
So a lot of times, so I'll coach a leader on, it could be a whole range of things. Maybe they were newly promoted and they've taken on a bigger and broader role. So they need to really change how they're thinking about their job and how they lead.
Right.
It could be helping them think more strategically, making better decisions. I do a lot with executive presence.
Right.
Yeah, and you know I have an eclectic background, so I bring in tools
Absolutely.
from everywhere. Yeah.
Because you know we've worked together outside of this show.
Yeah.
On my radio show, I've also appeared on your TV show. So I'm getting that communication is a big part of what you do, basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, to help leaders be more effective, definitely in how they communicate.
Right.
And some of that is what they say, some of it's what they do, some of it is just their presence and energetically how they show up.
Right.
Yeah, because we communicate in lots of different ways on lots of different levels.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you were a little girl in school, I'm guessing you didn't think, I want to be founder and principal at Sage Leadership Strategies. What did you want to be?
Wow. Nobody's asked me that in a long time. When I was a little girl, what I wanted to be when I grew up was an artist.
Right.
That's what I wanted to be. And I actually do have an art background, and I was originally trained as an expressive arts therapist using the creative arts.
Right.
And actually, funny enough, when I was doing my thesis, when I got my master's degree in that, I had a million jobs because I put myself through school, and I was trying to figure out, where do I fit in the world of work? I don't know.
Right.
Because I was trained as a clinician, so working in human services, and at that time, of course, a lot's changed. I felt like they were focused more on process, not enough on results and outcome.
Right.
And I had also had jobs in industry that were focused just on results and outcome, but not enough on the people piece. So what I did, my thesis was exploratory search on what are ways in which I could use expressive therapy in the corporate world. I mean,
Right.
expressive therapy is out there, let alone applying to the corporate world. So I was just trying to solve for myself, where do I fit in the world of work? And I thought I was making up a field, and I discovered, oh, there's a legitimate field out there.
Right.
And I found like 4 tracks I could go down. One was a health promotion in the workplace, employee assistance program, learning and development, or leadership and organizational development. So I was like, oh wow. So that's how I stumbled upon the field.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that one of the things that most people forget is that all skills are transferable. And I think most people that go to college to do a certain thing, they don't actually end up doing that, because they learn how to do something, and then they learn how to apply that to different things. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I mean, when I was in college, I ended up transferring colleges, and I really wanted to become a graphic artist and a creative director for an advertising agency.
Right.
That was applying my art in business. And my father, who was a creative director and account executive for advertising agencies in the days of Mad Men, okay?
Right.
In the 60s and 70s. And he convinced me not to do that, to go get a liberal arts degree. He had me go into Manhattan and meet with a creative director and the guy who owned an agency, and said, yeah, I only hire people with liberal arts degrees, whatever. So I said, okay. So then I got my degree from Boston College in English, actually,
Right.
with a strong focus in art. So, I also consider myself a writer. My vision is to create a world where everybody's gifts and contributions are valued.
Right.
So that's my vision.
Right.
I did not grow up in an environment where I felt particularly seen or valued. So I understand what that feels like. And working for corporations, depending on the culture, sometimes, regardless of what the leaders or the posters on the wall say, companies don't always value their employees. And so the way that I do that is by working with leaders to help them be more effective, because they're the ones who set the culture.
Of course, it trickles down, doesn't it?
Yeah, and when employees feel valued, seen, recognized, you're going to get the best out of them. And so that's a win-win. If an employee is doing work that they love, and it's an environment where they feel valued, the company gets what they need from that employee, and everybody wins.
Right.
So really, that's my vision. And so I do that in a variety of different ways. I mean, I executive coaching, consulting. I do a lot of consultation with teams to help them be more effective.
Right.
I'm working on a digital product right now that can go online. So in other words, a lot of the things that I do are either voice to voice, over the phone, or face to face. Now I'm working on it in the digital world a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Because I kind of think it's the way forward, and a lot of us kind of that weren't brought up, kind of knowing exactly what goes on with computers. We're being forced to learn, and the necessity of that is kind of more to do with keeping up, and being productive than kind of wanting to always do it.
Well, you know what? It provides a couple of things. For the leader or the employee, it provides greater flexibility, that they can, if it's a program, they can do it anytime, anywhere,
Right.
at their leisure. And for me as a business owner, it provides greater reach and impact. I can reach more people
Right.
with my message and my tools.
Right. Now, I want to talk, you do so many things just like me, you got so many irons in the fire.
I know.
Now, you also do Kundalini yoga.
Kundalini.
Yeah, and I hope we're going to be able to get you back on in the future to talk a bit more about that in detail, and maybe show someone like me, because yoga is something everyone can do, even if you're like a little bigger frame, shall we say.
Yeah.
Tell us what drew you to Kundalini yoga and what you actually get from it, because you teach it too, don't you?
Yes, thank you for that question. I'm passionate about it.
Right.
So I told you I was originally trained as a therapist. And my whole entire adult life, I've walked in both worlds, kind of the corporate business world and the personal growth world. So I've always experimented and explored different kinds of healing modalities.
Right.
So 10 years ago, I was going through a challenging time, and there was a yoga studio in my town. I've done different kinds of yoga on and off over the years since I was 12. When I was 12, when I was 18, when I was 30, but I was never consistent with it.
Right.
So I walked into this yoga studio, and she started chanting. She was chanting, and I've never done this before. And I'm like, I don't know, this is a little weird. I don't know. And it was nam-yoga. But I noticed how I felt afterwards, and so I started going back, and pretty soon I was going 4 times a week. And it was helping me get through, I was going through a challenging time personally, it was helping me get through that time. So I became a nam-yoga instructor,
Right.
which is an integration of Kundalini and the Kabbalah.
Right.
So I did level 3 of that, I went deep into that, and then a friend of mine who was in the nam-yoga training with me, she went and got her Kundalini training, and I saw the transformation in her. I was like, wow. You know, she was much calmer. I was like, viscerally, I was like, I want that. So I only went to one pure Kundalini class before I started my teacher training. I just said, I'm gonna do it, that's it. Because Nam incorporates a lot of the components of Kundalini anyway. So I went into it because I wanted to further my yoga teaching skills. And I was also, again, going through another very, very challenging time. And I thought, I don't know if I can get through this. And I want to have the community of the yoga teachers around me while I go through this. And my yoga teacher training is 10 months. And so, guess what? I mean, not only was I going through a challenging time, it was more challenging than I ever thought it would be. I could never have anticipated. And the teacher training was challenging. So, it was transformational. And I don't say this lightly. I mean, I've explored dozens of healing modalities. And I say this from my own personal experience in my personal life.
Right.
Truly transformational. And then what I've seen in my students, very transformational.
Because there's a lot of stuff out there on social media right now, and I've watched videos of people who, I have a chronic condition. I suffer with arthritis, and some people have actually got off medication totally by learning breathing techniques and yoga techniques to kind of help them with that. I saw another guy that was like 400 pounds, managed to start doing yoga, make himself more flexible, and now is kind of like, a normal.
Did you see, was that the one who was the Vietnam vet?
Yes, yes.
That is so inspirational
Yeah.
and incredible. And you know what he did? The trick is, because honestly, I will tell you, true confessions, for meditating, so I do yoga meditation, I have a solid daily practice now, but it took me my 4th teacher training. So I had 3 Nam and then the Kundalini
Right.
to get consistent with my practice. I found it very, very difficult because of my very active, creative mind that goes in a lot of different directions. So I found it hard, and I think it is hard, but it's how hard it is for somebody. But anyway, my point is what I have found for myself and my students is that it's more important to do a little bit, which that guy did on the video.
Yeah.
Do a little bit every day, but be consistent.
Right.
Even if you do 3 minutes, you just do it every day. And there's, in Breath of Fire, which is a core breath to Kundalini, is so powerful.
You want to show us?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, so so here's Breath of Fire. The way that I like to teach it is, first of all, most breathing in Kundalini, unless otherwise specified, is in and out through your nose,
Right.
because you're dealing with the neural pathways in your brain.
Okay.
There's some things that call for in and out through your mouth. That's when you're working your digestive system. But Breath of Fire is in and out through your nose. So you're breathing rapid inhale, exhale, and you're taking the breath from your navel point. And how you would find your navel point is you would take your middle finger, place it where your belly button is, and then where your ring finger is about 1 inch down, that's your navel point.
Right.
And so what I teach people is if you hold your hand there so you can feel the navel point, and you're going to in and out rapid fire, equal parts. So when you inhale, your abdomen comes out, and you exhale, it snaps back to your spine. So it's like this. And sometimes people find that hard to do. You can start like a panting breath, like a dog panting. That's essentially what you're doing, but you're doing it through your nose.
Right.
So it's
bus or the subway.
You might think, I don't know what's going on there, but yeah. But it looks a little weird. But what physiologically, what you're doing is you're literally warming up all your organs from the inside out,
Right.
and you're generating. Excuse me, sneeze. It got stuff moving. You see?
Right.
I'm allergic to. No, I'm just kidding. Got
A
stuff.
lot of people are. Don't worry about
It got stuff moving.
Right.
Yeah, it's powerful. I'm telling you. Whoa.
Right.
So, what you're doing is you're warming up your organs from the inside out, and you're generating heat in your body.
Right.
So it's a great thing to get you energized. You wouldn't want to do it before you go to bed necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I'm on this path to kind of get fit and healthy, and it's all about changing little things. And 4 or 5 years ago, I stopped drinking soda. I mean, I have it occasionally, but I drink water now. And the change even just that minimal change, but all of the little changes together kind of come together to help your body to work in a better way, I feel.
Absolutely. So I'm also a holistic health counselor. I went to the Integrative Institute for Nutrition, and it gives a major overview on all the different dietary theories. And so it was like a 10-month certification program, and every month they would bring in a different author on some aspect of health.
Right.
And there was a guy that just wrote about water, just water. And it was fascinating to me because one of the things he said is, just by drinking water, there's so much you can shift in your body. There's one MD for almost anything. Like you have a headache, just drink like a glass of water every hour. It's amazing how much you can change your health just by drinking water, and especially if you're drinking like soda with caffeine in it.
Oh.
It's a diuretic. It's taking the water out of your system.
Right.
And I'm not going to speak about other countries, but I know in the United States, most Americans are dehydrated. And there's ways in which you're dehydrated that you don't even know.
No, absolutely.
So we don't get enough water. Yeah.
Yeah, I even invested in a water cooler. And so, half the problem with water is, you want to drink it, you want it to be at the right temperature, and you want it to be ready at that. So even these little flash cooling systems are a godsend, really, if you want to be drinking cold, fresh water. But we are coming to the end of our time together. I could, really talk all day. But tell people where they can find you and maybe see some videos of your TV show and your yoga and all the other stuff.
Sure. So my website is sagelead.com.
Right.
That's my core business for coaching and consulting. I teach at Yoga Space in Bethel, and I also teach in Katona as well. And I do have a YouTube channel. You mentioned, my show, and that's Sage Shows.
Right. Yeah. We'll definitely share the links after the show. But for now, thank you so much for joining us, Susan Chen. I hope you come back and talk to us again, and maybe we do some yoga. But for now, Xander, it's back to you in the studio. Thanks to Zanny G and of course the wonderful Susan Shaner from Sage Lead. You can check her out at sagelead.com. Now it's time for Hit of the Week. My name is Xander Gibb and I'm a Rozalla-aholic. I admit it, I'm a huge fan of Rozalla and the fabulous Allan Jay. So when we got the chance to host the American debut of their song Breaking My Heart, written and produced by our very own Jason Prince, well, we jumped to the chance. Check it out.
Where did it go? The feeling we had between us, love from a storm, cold and silent.
Could have been like heaven, but I never felt it. Could have had it all, but now it seems so hopeless. Could have been like heaven, cause I loved you, loved you, loved you, loved you. You're breaking my heart, oh, you're breaking my heart, oh, oh, you're breaking my heart, oh, oh, my heart, oh, oh, my heart, oh, 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 oh. So let
'cause I loved you, loved you. Could've found a way to make you want me, want me, want me. You're breaking my heart, oh, you're breaking my heart, oh, oh, you're breaking my heart, oh, oh, my heart, oh, oh, my heart, oh, oh, oh. So let it go, oh, my heart, with your cold, cold love. So let it go, your stone cold love.
That was Breaking My Heart by Rozalla and Allan Jay, courtesy of Energized Records. Be sure to check them out on iTunes. Once again, if you want to be considered for Hit of the Week, you can send us your music video of no longer than 5 minutes to, or via, should I say, xandergibb.com/contact. That's xandergibb.com/contact. You see, Chelsea, this is how you do it. Well, that's it for today's episode of Xandermonium. We will, however, be back with you next week. Betty is on vacation, but alas, she will be back with her own brand of Hollywood Roundup. Don't forget to join my mailing list at xandergibb.com and to follow us on social media to keep up with what's going on with the show. Thanks a huge thanks to the fabulous Jeff Kristian, who has made sure we've had some fantastic guests and some fantastic segments with London Calling. We do wish you the very best of luck, Jeff, and hope you will come back and join us again in the future. Thanks to Claude. Claude is standing over there with the usual brand of French on his face. Thanks to Susan Shaner from Sage Lead. Thanks to Rozalla and Allan Jay and all the Energized Records and everyone that worked on today's show. But most of all, thanks to you. We will be back next week. So make sure you set your recordification device so you don't miss us. I love you all, America. Take care. Bye-bye.